What is cracking, everybody? Welcome back to Boo TV. Like, comment, subscribe, and let's get into the topic for today. The Golden State Warriors game literally just wrapped up. And Steph Curry dropped a beautiful 50-piece game. Though it wasn't extremely loud, if you know what I mean, didn't feel impactful, you know. Nonetheless, Curry dropped 50 and he played wonderfully. However, the Golden State Warriors were turnover prone and absolutely abysmal on defense. On top of that, Steph Curry really didn't get much help. Jordan Poole was completely non-existent. Klay Thompson really struggled from the field. The guy off the bench, Lamb, offered some good energy. Kevion Looney offered a little bit of energy. But outside of that, nobody really did anything. And now the Warriors will drop to, I believe, 6-9. Still on the outside looking in to the play-in window. Now, it is still very early in the season, and I'm not going to over-exaggerate. Think about last year. The Warriors and Steph Curry started off very hot. Then around November, December-ish, Steph Curry really struggled with his shooting for a hot minute, probably even into January. And the Warriors kind of, cooled off a bit, had some stretches of struggle and some stretches of kind of just coasting, at a mediocre play style. But by time the playoffs rolled around, they got their engines revved up and they were ready to go. So I'm not out on the Warriors yet. There's still a lot of basketball to be played. A lot of things can change. They have a lot of new pieces on this team. They lost a lot of people. They brought a lot of new people in. So still want to give them time to adjust to each other, learn the system, hopefully get better defensively. Now, let's just say if this version of the Warriors that we're looking at right now, let's just say that this is who they are for the rest of the season. Then if that's the case, they are not a good defensive team. Klay isn't what he used to be. Draymond isn't what he used to be. Looney is good in spurts. But outside of that, they really don't have anybody that's really a good optimal defensive player. Maybe a Kuminga, but he's not getting minutes. And now you throw in the situation with what's that boy's name? The draft pick. James Wiseman, I don't know what's going on with him. He got sent down to the D-League. Now, I saw Wiseman in Wiseman's minutes. I felt like he was productive in the little minutes he was getting. But they felt the need to send him back to the D-League. Steve Kerr said he needs to get reps because he's not playing. Well, how about you just play him? How about you just play him and give him his reps and see how he does? Because from what I see, he finishes strong at the rim. He has good mobility. He has good size. He can shoot the mid-range. He can shoot the three-pointer. He can block shots. He can rebound. Let this guy get his minutes on the organization, on the Warriors' dime. Please, let's see what he can do. Because when I do see him, he seems to be productive. And I don't know if there's something else going on that I don't see. But I'm not ready to call this guy bust. A lot of people are calling him bust already. I'm not there yet. But yeah, I'm not out on the Warriors yet, but there's a little bit of cause for concern with this team moving forward. But there's a lot of basketball to be played. I wouldn't be surprised to see the Golden State Warriors make a move before the trade deadline. Don't know what they would do. Don't know really who's available, which teams are shopping, which players. I'm not really sure. Not a whole lot has been said publicly, and it's still early in the season. And a lot of times when it comes to these trades, as we get closer to the deadline, I feel like they happen. A lot of trades happen that you just didn't know or didn't know certain players were looking to get moved. And, get a trade. It's like, oh, they traded who? I didn't hear anything about that. You probably did, probably for good reason. So I wouldn't be surprised if we see the Warriors make some kind of move, maybe get some more quality role players out here, um, get some more two-way players, some 3 and D players. And Klay Thompson isn't the defender that he used to be, so I wouldn't be surprised if they trade a few key please. I can't talk today. Also, I wouldn't be surprised if they trade a key piece along with some role players to bring in, a really solid, third or fourth option kind of player, maybe on the level of, you know, what's his name? I can't think of his full name. Golly, I'm drawing blanks, bro. What is wrong? I am tired. I'm very tired. What is his full name? He's on the team. He's literally on the team. Oh my, the dude that was on the Timberwolves. Oh my God, what is this kid's name? Jesus, something wrong with me, bro. Wiggins, God damn it, Andrew Wiggins. Shit. Fuck me, man. Anyway, a quality of player. Basically, where I'm getting at is trade Draymond Green and a couple role players for a good quality piece, maybe on the level of Wiggins or maybe even better. It might be time for Draymond to go. Yeah, I understand what he does as far as his playmaking and controlling tempo and controlling the floor to a degree, but he is far from the player he used to be, and he's probably not worth all the bullshit that comes along with it. Um, and he's a complete he is a complete liability when it comes to him scoring. But to say he's a complete liability on offense, I can't say that just because of his ability to put the ball in the right place at the right time. So I'm not going to go that far with Draymond Green, but um, it looks like this season Curry's doing a lot of heavy lifting, probably more than what he would like to do, and more than what Steve Kerr would like. But even with all the heavy lifting he's doing to compensate for the lack of role players and the lack of defense that they're having so far, they are still not winning games with regularity. If Curry drops 50, you think that would be good enough for a win? No, you lose by 15 or 20. Curry drops 50, and you're not even close. You know what I mean? That's the reality of the situation for the Golden State Warriors right now. Still a lot of basketball to be played, but the team can still grow. They can still figure it out. And I like the Dante DiVincenzo. He's a pretty decent defender. Can shoot the ball. Can put the ball on the floor. Can finish at the rim. And a decent passer. Like I like DiVincenzo. I like Green. Um, the guy Lamb. He's pretty solid from 3-point land this year. Who am I forgetting? But outside of that, I think they need to find more. And Jordan Poole got that big paycheck, and he's wildly inconsistent from what I've seen so far. He has big games, and then he has games where he's completely non-existent, like today. And then Jordan Poole, he is a turnover machine. I was picking him in fantasy, and he started killing my lineups with all his turnovers, and it was absolutely burning me. And even the game where Steph Curry sat out, Klay Thompson sat out, and I even think Draymond sat out, and maybe Wiggins sat out. 3 or 4 of those players had sat out, and I was expecting Poole to have a big game. It's like, this is you, dude. Just put the team on your back and ball out. And he couldn't even give me 25 points. He might not even got 20. He probably had 18, 19. If he had 20, it couldn't have been no more than 21, 22 points. I can't remember. So that was like a week or two ago. But I don't know, man. Curry, Curry balling out, but the Warriors are having some early season struggles. But they gotta really find out how to pull these young stallions they got, these new pieces they got, pull them together and play some good defense and start hitting their shots with more regularity to give Steph Curry some help. Because at this point right now, I really feel like Steph Curry is more or less on an island by himself. Um, Wiggins has been pretty good this year, but outside of that, I just feel like Steph has been more or less by himself more often than not, and he's going to need some help, or they will continue to be on the outside looking in. All right. To all my Dub Nation people out there, all my Warrior fans out there, where y'all at, man? How y'all? I want to hear from y'all. I want to hear y'all opinion because when I look at Dub Nation and Warriors fans, a lot of them seem to be very divisive. There's like this weird thing where the Warrior fans, there's like Warrior fans that love Steph Curry but hate Klay Thompson and like to take a shit on Klay. And I'm just like, what the hell? What's up with this? What's this all about? There's some weird stuff going on, Dub Nation. But I want to hear from Dub Nation. What are your feelings so far towards this season? How do you feel? What do you project? What would you recommend? What would you like to see? What do you think are the problems? What do you think they're doing good? And what do you think about Steph Curry? Y'all let me know in the comment section. Boy, I can't talk today. Golly. Let me know in the comment section. Like, comment, subscribe, and I will catch you on the next one. We out, baby.